Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley, and sitting with me today is, well, I'm going to say he's a changed man. If you remember several months ago, I had the nice, mellow, quiet, almost very proud, wise guy, Jimmy Cicero.
I'm still nice and mellow. I'm just focused now.
You're focused, but we had kind of done away with the wise guy part in that. And when we went out to dinner tonight for our every few month burnt pizza tour, I saw a different Jimmy Cicero. I saw the wise guy Jimmy Cicero.
You saw the real Jimmy Cicero. I've always been wise guy Jimmy Cicero. Okay, we were talking about Ivan Koloff
yes.
earlier, and we were talking about how Ivan Koloff...
Well, wait. The reason we were talking about Ivan Koloff earlier is because we ran an interview several days ago, a past interview of Ivan Koloff, where he went into character at, how old is he now? Maybe?
I'm not sure how old he is. He's, as far as I'm concerned, he can still go.
So he's ageless,
yes.
Okay? But he challenged Bruno Sammartino in an in-character interview, and you watched that and you called me and you said, yeah, that's the right attitude. So we're going to go back in time. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting next to me right now is the Russian bear, Ivan Koloff. Ivan Koloff, tonight you will be going out into that ring at Madison Square Garden, wrestling Bruno Sammartino for the WWF Championship. Captain Lou Albano refused to talk to us. Why don't you look out there in the camera and tell us why you're going to beat Bruno Sammartino?
Because I am hungry. And Bruno Sammartino, you are spoiled. Everybody's been peppering you. Oh, the great champion, Bruno Sammartino. But whenever I come to the gardens and your name is across from me and you're in the ring across from me, I'm going to come in there with the intention of defeating you. Not only defeating you, but hurting you. Because I want to steal the thunder. And right now you got the thunder. 7.5 years you've been champion. I watched you, and I envied you, but now it is my turn, my chance, and I'm going to take you down, Bruno Sammartino, break you into little bits, and scatter you to these people that love you so much.
Now, wait a minute. Why, if you're going to do all that to Bruno Sammartino, why do you have an interfering manager like Lou Albano in your corner?
Captain Lou Albano never interfere. He's been a wrestler before, champion many times, tag team.
I have pictures of him interfering in matches.
He was only pointing out what the other opponent was doing wrong.
All right, we're getting a signal. We're out of time now. Bill Apter with the Russian bear, Ivan Koloff, and we'll look forward to your match against Bruno tonight.
If the last you look, you'll have a Bruno Sammartino.
So what's changed your...
Well, nothing's changed. That's what Ivan Koloff taught me a long time ago. Ivan Koloff used to tell me, he said, Jimmy, never take a step back, no matter what, and remain true to yourself. And I did that for the majority of my career. Okay, and for a few years there, maybe I lost a little bit of focus.
I mean, you were a fan favorite. The fans loved you.
Yeah, the fans loved me.
Yeah.
And my win-loss record diminished because of it.
It did.
Okay.
It did.
Bottom line is that I was not true to what Ivan Koloff taught me, and now I am. Okay? Wise guy Jimmy Cicero is back.
Right, now
okay?
wait a minute.
The mentality, Bill Apter, that Ivan Koloff instilled in me is once again to the forefront. Jimmy Cicero is back. Winning is what's important.
Now wait a minute. The last time we were together, you were instilling all the great, I mean, really good, pure values into your son, Jack Cicero, right?
And so, make no mistake about it, Bill. I love my son.
Yeah.
Okay? The future, the sky's the limit as far as Jack goes. I'll do anything for him. But right now, okay, this is a long and tedious learning lesson for my son. See, my son right now, unfortunately, still doesn't get it. Okay? He is unfortunately of the mindset that the fans are important and that the fans will garnish him victories. Well, that's not the way it is, and he's not listening to Dad. Okay? But again, it's a long and tedious training session.
Wait a minute.
Okay, and hold on, Bill Apter. I'm teaching Jack exactly what needs to be done. Okay? It's tough love. And that's exactly, Jack's out there listening to guys like Steve Carino.
Yeah, well, Steve has got 1 million fans. He's
make no mistake about it. Steve Carino is the dirtiest player in the game. Okay,
Steve Carino.
I had Steve.
You're talking
Carino,
about the same guy.
I had Steve Carino's back for a long time, and I know exactly how dirty Steve Carino can be. Okay, so let's call a spade a spade. All right. And Jack's sitting there listening to guys like Steve Carino and John Schuyler and these other guys. Well, here's the thing, Jack. You should be listening to me. You should be listening to your dad. Okay, Ivan Koloff taught me the way it goes. He taught me how to win. He taught me how to be a winner. All right? Ivan Koloff, the man who beat Bruno Sammartino, so I think he knows a little something, Bill Apter, about winning. All right? And now Jimmy Cicero has regained or I have got my footing back. Okay?
One thing I want to bring up, though, it used to be when I would interview you, you wouldn't talk out there. We looked at each other face to face. You've been avoiding that since you sat down. Why?
I'm not avoiding anything, Bill. I'll look you in the eye. Look,
Okay.
Bill, I love you to death. We're still good friends.
We are, but
Okay.
you're not the same guy I knew a while ago. You're really not.
I'm the same person, Bill Apter, but like I said,
There's an attitude I never saw before.
well, that attitude's always been there, Bill Apter, but the fact of the matter is Jimmy Cicero got a wake-up call. Okay.
What was the wake-up call?
The wake-up call is it's time to look out. I'm 47 years old.
Okay.
It's time to look out for number one, Bill Apter. Okay, it's time to get mine. Now is that time. And if I have any idea, okay, to try to train my son the right way, to lead him down the path, I'm going to be doing him a great disservice if I tell him, listen to the fans. The fans they'll treat you right. They're the ones that are going to go ahead and get you on the path to victory.
You're saying these fans diminish the quality of your
The
wrestling in the ring?
fans take away from the focus that's needed, Bill Apter. Okay? Bottom line. Wiseguy Jimmy Cicero, the hatchet man for the syndicate. And I take that role very seriously. Steve Carino knows what I'm talking about. PWF knows what I'm talking about. Okay? I could say that the syndicate in PWF has got plans to take over, but we've already done that. We already have the heavyweight title. We already have the tag team titles. And as the hatchet man of the syndicate, I know what my role is. And my role is to, you bring them on, and I'll knock them down.
Right. Now, recently I also understand that you have hooked up with, in terms of getting yourself out there, with new kid on the block, super agent from Gimmick Tree Entertainment, Charlie Armstrong.
Yeah, I've talked to Charlie Armstrong, and I think that the sky's the limit for him. All right? And let me tell you something. I've talked to Charlie Armstrong. I've told him all about what Jimmy Cicero can bring to the table. And even though Jack and I have got some issues that we're trying to work through, I'm hoping that Charlie Armstrong is going to go ahead and take a good look at not only the Wiseguy Jimmy Cicero, but also Dr. Jack Cicero.
Oh, so you're not cutting ties with your son professionally there
you know what? I ain't putting words in my mouth.
No, I said you're not.
Okay?
This
I
is
told you that I love my son.
I know that.
Okay, I told you
but
how I feel about my
ties
son.
with him.
There's no professional. Like I said, this is tough love.
Okay.
Okay, I'm doing this all for the benefit of Jack Cicero.
If that's what you want.
I love you.
Okay. No, go right ahead. I'm sorry. I know how close the two of you were in the ring. I was there. I saw you training your son there. You two were inseparable, and now he's on this side of the fence. You're on this side of the fence.
Training is a lot. Bill, after training is a lot more than what goes on in the ring. Training is up here as well, and that's what I'm doing right now with Jack. Whether you know it or not, Jack, you know I love you. But right now, every day, when you're thinking about what Dad's doing and why Dad is doing it, it's going to sink in. And one day, and I'm hoping that day is soon, you're going to turn around and say, Dad, you were right.
Okay, well, we will see. Where can people witness you in person?
Well, obviously we'll be in PWF in Hubert, North Carolina at the Hashimoto Hall. Look up Premier Wrestling Federation online. I'm also in the Pittsburgh area for RWA Renegade Wrestling Alliance. And like I said, like you mentioned earlier, we're trying to expand to some other areas, and obviously the top dog out there right now is Charlie Armstrong, so we're trying to get in with him as well. So keep your eyes out, Wiseguy Jimmy Cicero.
Now, a few months ago, actually a few years ago when I had you down here, you could barely walk, and I see you today, and you are in actually better shape than you were even 20 years ago. What do you attribute that to? How did you do it?
That was perseverance and anger. Okay? Anger. Yeah, a lot of anger. Okay? Because a lot of people wrote me off. A lot of people said Jimmy Cicero's too old. Jimmy Cicero's past his prime. Jimmy Cicero was a better teacher than he was a wrestler. Jimmy Cicero trained Joey Mercury. He trained Christian York. But what did he accomplish? He was nothing but a job guy. Well, you know what? Yeah, I was enhancement. Yeah, I was a journeyman. Okay?
Yeah.
But guess what? That trek, that journey is not over. I'm not done yet. All right?
Okay.
The last chapter for Wiseguy Jimmy Cicero has not been written.
One thing I want to talk to you about before we finish here at Apter's Alley, something close to your heart, where this should calm you a bit, and that is right here. Help Wiseguy Body Slam Autism. I assume you're still...
Absolutely. Bill, until with every dying breath, I will always, always advocate autism awareness, and I'll always urge anybody out there, if you think that one of your loved ones may be on the spectrum with autism, get it checked out, because early intervention is the key. There are places and people out there that can help. It's very, very important. My two youngest sons are both autistic,
Yeah.
and fortunately, we had it diagnosed early, and we have the assistance that we need, and it's a daily battle, but you know what? My kids are doing A-okay. So that's something that, like I said, until my last dying breath, I will always be the strongest advocate for autism awareness.
Yeah, bless you for that. And there's a, in my book, Is Wrestling Fixed?
Well, I didn't know it was broken.
Yeah, there's a chapter where you and your wife were so gracious to come down to the annual meeting for the company I work for at HED, AHEDD, and speak at our annual meeting several years ago. So thank you for doing that. Meantime, back to who you are, the man who is focused.
Mm-hmm.
Let's focus right out there and say, we'll see you
At the matches.
Yeah.